Oh my God. The first thing that I thought of to say just now just made me laugh because the question applies to me too. And are you all fucking tired of hearing that shit? Like, I'm so glad, dude. Let me tell you something. I get no joy out of streaming her. Like, I get no joy out of it, dude. Like, I can't fucking stand it. I gotta tell you guys that I'm so happy. I'm so grateful for you, Trash. I'm so grateful for that channel. I don't, I don't, I'm free from this burden of putting this idiot out there. I'm free of it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Dude, let me tell you something, man. I can't with this Kaylee girl, dude. And now that they found each other, best thing to happen on YouTube. I know you're probably thinking, nah, Will, it's the worst. What the fuck good could come out of that? Well, what good could come out of that is that I just, I get to shoot two fish in one barrel when it comes to making fools out of somebody. I mean, it's just super easy because what's going to happen? See, not as of late, but Kay used to be all about bringing receipts, right? She used to be all about that. Not as of late, though. I mean, tonight she was just lying and lying and lying. The last time she went live, she was lying and lying, and I'd never even seen it that bad. But she, Kay used to bring receipts. I could say that much when I was paneling with her, and to me, for her to be and have this idiot on panel with her, because yes, Kaylee is a fucking idiot. I mean, because she will straight up lie about things that decent people of a decent level of intelligence are going to ask for proof for. It's hilarious to me. So here she is. She said something really funny. She just said that I held a gun to a woman and that she has the report in black and white. I've never held a gun outside of a shooting range in my life. Never once. Never once. Actually, no, that's not true. My roommate, he owns one. And when he first got it, I was like, checking it out. That's the only other time. So to me, when someone says something like that, I can't wait. I can't wait till someone asks her on a panel, I want to see that police report. I want to see that. I can't wait. Because make no mistake, there are police reports that they're probably going to pull up on me. I have no reason to lie about any one of them. I have always come up on this panel or on my channel, and I've always said that I don't have the greatest past, and I've made some bad decisions. And that the glarer is something that I use in order to manage the let's say struggles that I have in order to that control my decision making. So depression, anxiety, they lead you to do irrational things from time to time, or to react to certain things, more importantly, irrationally. And not that these are excuses. If these were excuses, well, and if I thought they were excuses, well, I wouldn't be making a conscious effort to completely and totally change who I am, and have succeeded in doing so in the last few years. So it's something that I'm proud of, but I'm not proud of the mistakes I've made. And if this is all that they can come up with and pull up, and they can't even be truthful about them, well, that tells you everything that you need to know. That tells you everything that you need to know. So that's all I'm saying. Bring receipts. I'm happy to confront. The reason why I don't sit here and tell you all these stories about me is because they're none of your fucking business. But if somebody comes along and tries to make it your business, okay, I'll talk to you guys about it. If it comes to that, I care about you guys, and I care about what you think of me, because I say things that I'm very passionate about, and I want to be taken seriously, and I want to be taken. I want to be. I want to be credible to you. So I have always been upfront with you, and I've never lied to you. I'm actually very proud to say that I have never lied to my chat. So we're not going to make this all about the other channel that's live right now. So we've had enough of that. I think we've had enough of that. So let's talk about Truthy. Okay. Let's talk about Truthy a little, because I've had a long day. Yesterday was long, and today was long. And just recently, not even that long ago, earlier in CK's live, she said that nobody else had been doing any digging. She's the one who took it upon herself to do digging. Okay? She took it upon herself to do digging because nobody else, because blah, blah, blah. Well, here's the thing. Critical K, she did do some digging. Okay, fair enough. She did do some digging, but she proved dick. She proved absolutely nothing. Okay, nothing on those phone calls proves anything that she was trying to prove. But it did prove one other thing, though. It did prove one thing, that she just is in her glorious arrogance. It proved one thing, that she doesn't even know when she's doxing someone. It's incredible, because she totally doxed Truthy and Kate. Totally. And she played a recording of proof that she doxed them. She played a recording of proof. She played her saying their names. She played her saying their phone numbers, their address, their apartment complex, admitting that she called their apartment complex. So if you don't dox people, how do you know this information? Anybody got an explanation for that one? Because the thing is, she's a smart lady to a certain degree. She's smart about certain things, but here's the thing. Actually, she is smart, but she's so arrogant that it causes her vision to be this way. Right? So, not to mention the proof I've shown on this channel that she doxes people, screenshots. And that brings me to my next point. I have proof, and I hope somebody's listening to this and they take it back to Kay. I hope so. I have proof. I have screenshots of Critical K planning a dox on my right-hand moderator, that girl. So if she gets doxxed, I have proof that it was her doing it. So I'm saying this so it doesn't happen. Because she's never done anything wrong. She's never had any say over what I do on this channel. I give her say over my group. And what she does is she enforces anyone that does any type of even remote doxing. And the thing that they keep, and I'm going to get to that, sweet crazy, calm down, calm down. There are things that need to be discussed, okay? Because it's been a long, eventful day. All right? But that girl is easily the most loyal moderator and friend in this community that I've had, because she's been with me since the beginning. When she first started, she had a username and it was called Penguin Dude. She was fantastic. And she changed it. Now she's that girl. But she's been with me since my very first live stream 2 years ago. And nobody's going to fuck with her just to hurt me. I'm not going to let that happen. I'm just not going to let that happen. I want every 359 person in here to know that that girl has done nothing wrong. She expresses her opinions as she should, because I do, and all of you do. But nah, so now nobody's gonna hurt this woman for just being a good person, and for just, I mean, blindly. I ask her for something and she's just like, boom. Then it's not because she doesn't respect me or that she's scared of me or that she doesn't respect herself. It has nothing to do with that, because that's just plain not true. She absolutely respects me, but it's more important than that. She believes in me, because when I fuck up, she lets me know. Very tactfully, knows that I'm quick to be like, well, fuck you then. So she knows how to come at me correct, but she knows how to let me know. And I count on my friends to do that. I do. I count on my friends to do that, man. So, and she's been going through hell today because of the things that she was digging for, that she should never have to dig for. None of us should be having to dig for this shit. None of us. The only kind of person that gets pleasure out of some shit like that is the asshole that we were just listening to on somebody else's channel. That's it. I did not take pleasure in what I was doing today. Annie did not take pleasure in what she was doing today. That girl did not take pleasure in what she was doing today. Josh did not take pleasure in what he was doing today. All day long. All day long. So, before I continue, I want to say that every word, and reference back when you need to, but every word that I said last night, I stand by. Every single one. Brother, preach in the house. And thank you guys for showing that girl all that love in the chat, man. I see you all. Appreciate that. So, just let that be a fair warning, man. Because the doxing, I haven't done any doxing. I haven't encouraged anyone to do any doxing. None of my moderators have encouraged anyone to do any doxing. And the one person that made that one comment, that one piece of misinformation, which I confirm, by the way, I never said that Kay was responsible for what happened to Truthy. As a matter of fact, last night, and you can reference back, last night, somewhere near the end of my life, I stated that it's nobody's fault but Truthy's. Whether he committed suicide or whether he fucking lied about it, it's nobody's fault but Truthy's. He is the one person absolutely responsible for this. And Kate for helping him cover it up, if that's the case. And she deserves no blame if it's absolutely true. But here's the thing. Oh, man, I need another sip of my coffee for this. So, night before last, I was live. I did a great I had a great conversation with Siren Jag. He did some great research on how SANE exams are in Texas and what the process is and what the problems actually are. We explored that. And we actually came up with some good solutions. And the truth is I'd rather be focusing on that right now. These things like this is the direction that I'm trying to go with my channel right now. But unfortunately, I have to defend my friends. And don't say I don't have to. It's nobody's place to say what I have to do and what I have to do. It's my place to say what I have to do. And I have my reasons for feeling that I have to defend my friends. So, I want to be clear about something because I'm not trying to clickbait nobody. I honestly I want to be clear about something before I continue this. I don't know definitively whether or not Truthy is dead or Truthy is alive. I do not know definitively. That is where I'm at right now. That's not going to change throughout the course of this live stream. But I'm going to explain a little bit further. So while I was doing that live stream last night with Siren Jag, towards the end of that live stream, I got a text message come through. I was looking at chat on my phone, or I was glancing down at it, and I got a text message come through the top, like iPhones do. Comes through, I see it, comes back up, right? I see that, and it says, Truthy Magoo, I just wanted to say goodbye. Now, if you remember, I ended my live just before 2 a.m. Eastern time. Okay? Now, Truthy and Kate, Pacific time, 3 hours earlier. Okay? So, Truthy and Kate, Pacific time. So it was 11. So it was almost 11. So I get this text message, says Truthy Magoo, just wanted to say goodbye. It's a Twitter message, direct message on Twitter. And when I was looking at it, I was just like, like, fuck. And in no way did I take that, like, because I've gotten no indication from him ever that he was suicidal. As a matter of fact, he spoke very highly against it because supposedly he would talk about this a lot. He would say that his father committed suicide, I think 6 years ago. And he was still very, very much affected by it. You could tell he was very much affected by it. And he seemed very anti-suicide. I'm very anti-suicide. Wasn't always, but I am. And the way I can relate to that is there's just no fucking way that's ever going to happen. There's just no way. I'm never going to do that. So when I heard this, when I saw this, when I saw this text message, the last thing I thought was that was what that meant. I definitely thought, and at the most, I felt like he was just super drunk and being dramatic, right? I was, at the most. But honestly, I thought it meant he was always talking about how he's going to get off YouTube. He didn't want nothing to do with YouTube anymore. It's a mess. He's going to make his 2K and get out and blah, blah, blah. And truth is, I didn't even want to hear that. I've heard him say it a dozen times. And then I was just at that point, I was kind of sick of hearing it, to be honest, because I'm trying to do something really, really important. And that told me something about, and how much he talked about subscribers and how much he talked about monetization and all this stuff. I just felt like that was a bigger deal to him than it was to me. And I couldn't relate, to say the least. So that was my attitude when I saw that message come through. I was just like, fuck, I'm going to hear more about, okay, I'm getting off YouTube, blah, blah, blah. Great. Cause I was already tired of hearing it. And then I end the live stream, and as soon as I end my live stream, I get a message from Save Robbie. And the message from Save Robbie is a screenshot of the post that Kate put on Truthy's channel saying that Truthy is dead. And so I looked at the screenshot itself. The screenshot said it was 1 minute old. So mind you, this text that took place within a 5-minute window. Then another piece of detail going on is I was on the phone with Michael Long. We were having a phone conversation right after that stream. So within a 5-minute window, I'm talking to Michael Long. I get that message while I'm still live. I end my live stream, and then I get the screenshot from Save Robbie. And then, of course, I'm messaging Kate. I'm going crazy messaging Kate, but I also don't want to attack her because, God, who knows? I mean, I have an idea of what she's going through. I've never had a significant other commit suicide. I've never had that. But I've had friends that committed suicide who had significant others. And you want to treat that tactfully. Absolutely. And so in doing that, I got to tell you, I got to tell you, in doing that, there was a difference. And I was telling Annie and Josh about this today in the group chat. And I told Michael this too. Every time I've had somebody close to me die on me, right? And believe this if you want, or don't believe it, but I just didn't feel like that person was no longer around. Whenever that happened before, I always felt whenever a friend or family member died on me before, I could just feel it. I could just feel them gone. I could feel them no more. If that makes any sense. I don't, and I swear by this. I do. That feeling didn't happen. That feeling didn't happen. So going back to that text message, I get it just before 2 a.m. Eastern time. Once I'm talking to Kate, I tell her, please message me. I think I left a comment in her post and I said, please message me. She didn't waste a lot of time messaging me. She messaged me pretty quickly. Then she says, I'm dying inside or something like that. Or, she doesn't know what to do. She's broken up, right? Of course. But then, but I'm trying to get answers, I got to know. I'm trying to get answers. I got to know what happened? Was it a suicide? And so sure enough, she says that they think it's an OD. And I said, OD? An OD, that doesn't make sense, because I thought Truthy was only into the edible once in a while, but alcohol and psychedelics. And I believe Truthy to drink a lot of alcohol. And I think that was part of our problem, because I was trying to drink less alcohol. I had been doing really, really well before I met Truthy, and I'm not trying to put that blame on Truthy. It was just easy to get caught up in that dynamic between us. He just happened to catch me drinking one night, and we did a live stream together, and it was just, and it was fun. And it just became a fun thing to do, was oak leaf it up and do live streams with Truthy, man. You know what I mean? I had a good time. I had a great time doing that with him. And then I don't know. After she's explaining it to me, she tells me she thinks it's an OD, and then I was like, OD on what? So he only did psychedelics and drank, as far as I know. So I was thinking maybe he drank himself to death. I don't know. But she says she came home from work, I think, and it was about 4:30 in the afternoon, her time, right? Which makes it 7:30 in the evening, my time. So she came home, she found him on the ground, 7:30 Eastern, right? And at just before 2 a.m., I get a text message from Truthy that says, I just wanted to say goodbye. Now, another little detail about that text message is as soon as I went to open it, because I waited till after I finished my live stream. So as soon as I finished my live stream, I went to check it. Wasn't there. Michael calls me on the phone or texts me saying that he wants to call me. Then I get the screenshot from Save Robbie, and then Michael calls me up. And then first thing I tell him is, dude, Truthy's dead. I just got a message saying Truthy's dead. So I want to know why I got a message at nearly 2 a.m. from Truthy saying that he just wanted to say goodbye. And within a 5-minute window, Kate posts that he's dead. But she tells me that she found him when she got home from work at 7:30 p.m. earlier. Hours. Literally hours before this 5-minute window of events took place. Now, the problem with Truthy, here's the thing. There's a few things. And I'm just getting started, okay? But I'm going to let you make up your own mind. And here's the thing is I can't show receipts. I can't show receipts. And there's no fucking reason. This is how you know I'm not a liar, okay? Because there's no fucking reason I'd be sitting up here telling you that I believe the same thing that CK believed if I was a fucking liar. Because I would just be disagreeing with her just to spite her, just to have something else to fight on this channel about, right? Since I'm always trying to fight with her. But here's the thing. The difference between her going and doing her digging is she did it coming from a very malicious place. She did it to attack. She did it to be insensitive and to be ugly. Okay? We started digging because certain things just simply didn't make sense. And it wasn't easy going to Annie and Josh with this stuff. It wasn't easy telling Michael Long this stuff because he was on the phone with me as it was happening. I was like, what the fuck? And he's like, yeah, I don't get it. Now, when I asked Kate about it, right? When I asked her about it, she was saying, "Oh, well, it might be the surface. It might be the service in our apartment." That's possible. Okay, that's possible. It's possible that it's just a coincidence that the service came back and that happened. But she also said that she found a bunch of unsent messages on his phone because I could not find this message. I saw it come through, and then when I ended my live stream, I went to go back and look for it, and it wasn't there. Because of course I was not going to ignore a message like that. So yeah, I was not about to just ignore a message like that. And so I'm not going to lie, that didn't stop bugging me. And then I just kept asking questions. And there's something about the behavior. Now, a lot of people will say that I'm being insensitive to Kate, okay? Because the truth is we don't have absolute proof. But I feel like when I share with you these facts of the things that I know, you'd probably agree with me, you know? Because I'm up here straight up saying that I don't believe it. I don't know for a fact, yes or no. I'm saying I don't believe it. So I'm actually going to see if I can read some of the, because even though she deleted her Facebook, I still have the messages. Okay, she says his phone had some unsent. Okay, this is my text. I said, literally 5 minutes before someone sent me your post, I got a message come through from Truthy saying, I just wanted to say goodbye. And now I can't find it. I was wrapping up my live and couldn't open it at the time, which is actually verbatim of what I just told you. And I haven't even looked at these texts since yesterday. His phone had some unsent messages, she says. I think because of our service. I got his last message to me way later. I deleted his Facebook and Twitter. So she says she deleted his Facebook and Twitter. Now, again, Annie went over this when she was live with Josh, and she was mentioning that's understandable. If they believe the cause of him getting to this point and ending his own life is social media, it makes sense that she would just be like, and just delete all the social media. Because a lot of people are saying, well, that's weird. A few people told me that. A few people are like, that's weird. That's weird. You know, that's the first thing that they would do. I mean, even still, I'm going to lean to that way too a little bit, but what Annie said makes a lot of sense. You know, to me, that's the only reason I find it plausible, but I don't really believe that would still be the first thing that you would go do. There's a logical explanation that it could happen, but the likelihood of it to me is still very slim. And Brina Beans, I'm going to get to that too. That's something that you can actually confirm with Annie, because what was bugging me, I just kept on. So let me continue here. And of course I was distraught and I was like, my God, I'm so sorry. I wasn't really putting this together yet. You know, I can't figure out what to think or say. What time did you find him? And she says, and I'm working on doing my channel and all of my accounts as well. I just need something to do. So she's telling me she wants to occupy her mind and the reason why she's going through all this is just to occupy her mind and delete everything, right? She says she came home around 4:30, maybe 5, right? My time, that's 7:30, maybe 8. Jesus, how could he possibly OD? I thought he only messed with booze and psychedelics. I'm sorry. I know I'm asking a lot of questions. You must be a wreck. She says, you think it was, they think it was ketamine. We won't know for sure until I don't know for how long. Will, I'm fucking dead inside. I'm angry and hurt, and I feel guilty because I know he'd had enough. Okay. So here she is basically saying that she knows that he was just fucking done with all the crazy shit that was going on. And then I tried calling her. And then, and I said, and I kind of felt like maybe I was overstepping. And I said, you seem like you want to talk. I just thought I'd extend, and then she says, let me give you a call later. I'm on the phone with my grandmother. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to put my emotions on you, she says. And I said, of course, don't talk crazy, just call me. And she says, I will. And I'm just trying to figure out the next steps, but I don't want to, not without him. So, of course, that's one of those things that you don't want to hear in a situation like that. And I said, I know I'm here. Do you have someone you can stay with? Which is the best thing that I could think of to say when she's saying things like, I don't want to do this without him. Right. And she says, yeah, I'm staying at the ranch tonight until I figure out what the plan is. And my grandmother is coming down and Bryce is being kind enough to let us stay here. I still have the apartment, but I don't want to be alone. Now, that is an important detail right there. So that we'll get to that later. And I'll skip that. There's no need to read that. And then she sends me the obituary from a site called everloved.com. This is the obituary in question that everybody's talking about, that these garbage, shitty channels were talking about. And I got to say, that's reason to have a red flag. But this is the thing. What I was saying in their chat, when they were going over this and yelling and screaming about it, I was like, it's too soon to start talking about this. Because make no mistake, by then, I was already looking into this shit myself. I was already asking questions. A few other people were asking questions. And I was just, So but it was too soon to jump to this conclusion. I wanted to gather more information. We hadn't called the coroner yet. We hadn't done anything yet. We hadn't gotten nearly the information that we have now to make me comfortable enough to come up here and tell you that I don't believe it happened, that I think this motherfucker is out there, and I'll get to my opinions on that later on. But moving forward, I think right around then is when I went to sleep. Now they made a good point. They said that when they look at it, and one part in Google, it stated that it was done, that it was 2 days old, right? It was updated very recently, but the post was 2 days old, which would be the day before Truthy had apparently been found by Kate. So and Heather Schaefer, I agree with you. Time will tell. And I think it sucks that we have to have this doubt, but as I keep going, I'm going to tell you there's enough reason for doubt. I'm to a point where everything that I know about this, I have more reason to doubt it than I have to believe it. Because I don't believe Truthy to be a suicidal guy. And I'm glad that he's not. I'm hoping that he never is. But I do not believe Truthy to be a suicidal guy, but I do believe him to have the capability of being a drama queen in a drunken stupor and then do something that once he sobers up enough to realize that it was done, that he irrationally did something really fucking dumb. And now he's got to just how do you get out of that? How do you go to YouTube, to the YouTube community and go, guys, I lied, right? Guys, I just got drunk and I don't know. Your credibility's gone. I mean, you made thousands of people cry. Literally thousands of people were crushed at this news. I had to help break this news. I posted it on Twitter. Other creators posted it on Twitter. Creators with a lot more followers than I do posted this on Twitter. Hold on, right? Okay, yeah, it's funny. It says somebody else. I have sources all over the place, people. I got sources all over the place, people. So, somebody just sent me something that I actually kind of already had. Actually, it actually answers a little bit more. So, the obituary. I'm going to get to that because I know a lot of people are pissed off right now and they're wondering, Glare, what the fuck, man? What are you doing? How dare you? Right? So, but I'm going to show this. Well, I'm not going to show it, but I'm going to read it. Everloved is the name of the website. Okay. Well, I can show it, but you can't really see it. So Everloved is the name of the website, and that's Everloved support. And what it says here is, hi, thanks for getting back to me. Flagged memorial reports are confidential, so your email is only sent to our team here at Everloved. I'm going to deactivate this website and contact the creator, as it sounds like this might be a fake memorial. Thanks for filling me in. So now the person, either Kate or Truthy, who was texting with Annie, stated that they removed the website because they just wanted privacy. They just wanted, I put up an obituary. This is her story. I put up an obituary and then they got some negative comments on it, so they took it down. But I mean, I feel like, why couldn't she just take it down? Or why couldn't you just remove the comments? I don't know how it works. I've never posted an obituary here, but yet no obituary ever showed up in the local paper. And I'm going to play you something. Going to play you a recording. This is someone calling the funeral, or not the funeral home, the coroner. So the coroner, we figured out how to call the coroner. Somebody that I know figured out how to call the coroner and how to get a hold of them in that immediate area where they would no doubt go. So they're on hold.
Yeah, I was calling to see if Michael Buskas was there, deceased, Bouskos.
When did he pass away?
Supposedly the 28th.
And how was you reported to our office?
Suicide.
We don't have anyone with that name from, when was the last time you heard from him?
The 28th. The girlfriend said that he committed suicide, and so I obviously it doesn't seem like it's real, and that he's faking his death. So now what do we do?
I'm not sure that we don't have anyone with that name reported to our office.
Perfect. Okay, thank you.
So that was coroner's office confirming that nobody by that name had been had been brought in to the coroner. I mean, if he's dead, he's dead, right? So now the explanation that came through in Annie's text with Kate, and this is the thing, is I don't believe that she was texting with Kate the entire time. I don't believe that at all, because it was like two different people sending the texts. And I know what Truthy sounds like. Truthy's all about knowing about the law and knowing about this and knowing about that. And he's the real knowledgeable one. Kate's young, man. She's only 28. She's a smart girl, but you know, she doesn't know these things the way he does. She just doesn't, you know. She loves him because he has this type of knowledge, and I get that. But no, bite me. It's a lot more than that, and I get it, and I get how you feel, because I'm pissed. I'm pissed. There's just too much. And every time there was an explanation, it was just some sort of like, now, and I want to be clear about something else. There was always an excuse. There was always some sort of dodge. And it's just, it's just very bothersome. I'm not going to read that stuff. Hold on. And I got to a point where I told her, I said, I completely understand, but a lot of people are very hurt over this. So if you can, just please keep me updated with obituary information and things of that nature, and I'll share in my group so they can properly pay respects and have closure of their own. Now, this I sent to her the very same night that she told me. She was like, yeah, I get it. I don't know if I want to let the assholes have the power to say that he did it to himself because of the allegations. See, that's weak to me, you know, and that didn't sound like her to me. It doesn't sound like anything that she would say, considering all the live streams we've done, the conversations that we've had. That is not Kate that I'm hearing. Now, that's Truthy as of late, but I don't know if I want to let these assholes have the power to say that he did it to himself because of the allegations. So, but I'm sitting here going, well, yeah, but that's exactly what happened. And why wouldn't you want them to know that? You know, why now? That's what bothers me is why now give up the fight? If that happened with everything that was happening to me, like they were doxxed. Here's the thing. I'm not saying who doxxed them. I know Kay did as of recent. Kay proved that she had a dox on them, but I'm not saying it was her when, you know, Truthy was going on people's panels and talking about it. I'm not saying that. I don't know who did it, but he was absolutely doxxed because sock accounts kept doxing him in my chat. So he was doxxed, most definitely. He was absolutely harassed. Here's this guy trying to play it cool, when somebody's doing that and he's looking at that, I mean, that would make my heart sink. My stomach would sink if I saw a chat with all of my personal information in it and some embarrassing information about my past, because whether it was whatever it was, even if it's just a fucking 19-year-old kid who squeezed on a 16-year-old girl's boobs 20 years ago, that's something it's private and it's embarrassing and it's being blasted and it's scary because it's like, how the fuck do they know that? How the fuck do they know that? So he must have been going through hell with that. Playing it cool, trying to be cool, trying to be like, it doesn't bother me, because you don't want to give them the power. You don't want to give them the power that they struck fear in your heart, but there's no way around that. It scared him. Of course it scared him. So here's the thing is, I understand that he got to a point because there was the doxing, and then there's just these fucking vultures just squawking on panels for 9 hours, dude. 9 hours calling him a pedophile and a rapist. God, that is like the worst thing you could fucking call somebody, man. And this is a guy who's just been trying to do good. Did he make bad decisions because he was drinking too much and being kind of an asshole, more of an asshole than he should have been to people? Sure. But he didn't dox people. At least not to my knowledge. Not to my knowledge. He was always against doxing. He was always loud about doxing. He knew how I felt about doxing. So if he was doxing people, he was never going to let me know about it. So my whole thing with him is, I get it. I get it. But and that's the thing is yes, they are. If you're sitting there doing this to somebody online, whether it's true or whether it's fucking a lie, but you're on a panel dragging that person and calling them these horrible names without any proof at all whatsoever, that's fucking harassment. 9 hours, dude. That is fucking harassment. So I'm saying it now. Yeah. They absolutely need to be held responsible if he committed suicide. They're definitely in part accountable for that. Doxing him, whoever doxed him, and those people who were just squawking and squawking and squawking about something that they had no proof of for hours and hours. Well, of course that's going to get somebody fucking, they're going to just, and if you're drinking fucking heavily the way fucking Truthy does, man, yeah, I get it. But I don't see him fucking actually killing himself over it. I see him going just like, fuck this. I'm just going to fucking disappear. I'm going to make everybody think I'm dead, and I'll teach these fucking bitches a lesson. I see that happening. I see Truthy doing that. Because I just can't see that window of time being a coincidence. I just don't see that. And I just kept telling her, man. I just kept saying, I was like, nobody does this for solely that reason. He obviously was struggling with much more than that, but they are accountable in part for this. The timing isn't a coincidence, and they should be held accountable, and that's up to you. Right? It's not my call. It's not my call. That's up to you. But that's not even what I mean. I'm just asking that you keep me updated with certain things. Local papers, obituary, did he leave a note, etc. Like it or not, he was loved by a lot of people who don't know him personally. They deserve closure and information within reason. That's not an invasion of privacy, but they deserve that as well. Not in any rush. Just something to keep in mind once you feel calm enough and know enough. Does that make sense? And I'll happily be the one to deal with the vultures so you don't have to. It's what I told her. She says, thank you. I'm hoping that this all just goes away, honestly. I don't know that we'll put anything public aside from the obituary. Okay? So she planned on letting an obituary out. Now, here's the thing. Why hasn't there been a local paper obituary put out yet? It's been 2 days. Why hasn't there, or even online in a local, there has not been. Just the one she put out on that website that somebody in their help center said they took it down because they believed it to be fraudulent. And I let her know. She says, he always said these things are for the living and the dead don't know. Okay. All right. Fair enough. I said, but it's too public to just go away, though, which is true, because look at what happened. There was no knowledge of any of the shit that I'm sharing with you right now. There was just these fucking assholes pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing, right? They didn't let up. Now, mind you, I had my doubts. I'm not going to lie, or else I wouldn't have fucking spent the last 2 days collecting all of this, right? Just wouldn't have. So, and I said, if I'm being completely honest, the rumors are already starting to circle. One of them being that it's a hoax. As disgusting as that is, I'd like to put a stop to that and shut those idiots down. Some are even his friends saying it. Frankly, it's pissing me off. This is absolutely true. Then I haven't seen anything like that yet, and I don't know if I'm ready to, but I will send you what I need to squash the rumors. I gave it a love heart, and then I've basically blocked everyone, and I haven't responded to tweets or anything. I hope everyone understands. So that's the next. I didn't even say, hey, what's going on with, what can I tell people to give them some closure, right? What can I give them? Some sort of website just to, some sort of statement from a family, statement from you, a simple statement from you to people who subscribed and loved you, right? Because I get it. Here's the thing. Everybody grieves different. You don't know how she's grieving. You don't know how she's grieving. I've never, ever, 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 ever heard of someone who commits suicide and their significant other does not say something publicly other, more than just, Truthy's dead and I'm deleting everything on social media, right? I mean, not, hey, he really loved you guys. I'm really sorry. Just nothing of the sort, which I find odd because Kate does not come off like that type of person that would just be like, fuck all y'all. Fuck me. Fuck Comic Nut. Fuck Josh. Fuck Annie. Fuck everybody else that modded for them and loved them. There's no fucking way she'd be that inconsiderate to the rest of us. There's no fucking way. I just don't buy it. And the fact is, she would be looking to us for support. They were live almost every night until all of this bullshit started. They were live almost every fucking night. And even still, they would panel with other people every fucking night. Even with the shit going on, they paneled with me a couple times, right? And so she says, it's okay. I figure at some point, she says, okay, it's okay. I figure at some point we'll be old news, and that can't come soon enough. And that doesn't sound like her to me. That sounds like Truthy. It doesn't sound like her. You know what I'm saying? You guys may not agree with me, but I'm telling you, that's. And it says, and then I told her, best way for that to happen is to feed those damn dogs. Once closure is provided, I'll personally tell everyone to back off and shut the fuck up. Now, you guys can tell at this point I'm feeling suspicious, right? I mean, there's no hiding it here, and she probably caught on to it. Then it's, I was like, these people are just going to be the way they are. And she says they're just showing, they're showing who they are. And I'm like, well, let me shut them down once and for all. I know that if roles were reversed between him and me, he'd fight to honor my memory and hold those who helped me over the edge accountable by law. That's absolutely fucking true. I believe that with all my heart. I believe that about Truthy. I still believe that about Truthy right now. Because I'm going to repeat that. I know that if roles were reversed between him and me, he'd fight to honor my memory and hold those who helped push me over the edge accountable by law. They shouldn't get away with this. And then I said, well, who's next? Right? They called him a pedo for 9 hours on Sunday, lie after lie. And then I get, yeah, unfortunately, talking with law enforcement because no one told him to do it. There's not much there can be done. That's the answer I got. Yeah, unfortunately, talking with law enforcement because no one told him to do it. There's not much that can be done. Because nobody outright said, kill yourself. Right? That's no, dude. That's nah. I don't even believe there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way that I wouldn't be like straight up going, yo, I don't give a fuck what you're saying, dude. I want these people brought in. They're fucking responsible. Listen to this shit. And I'd play it for hours. It would take forever. So, and I said it. I said, this was my response. Look at you people going, nah, it doesn't work that way. Fuck no. You guys in chat right now are not accepting that shit. Guess what my response was? I don't buy it. I won't accept it. This is what doxing and smearing can come to, and they need to be made an example of. Yeah, fuck yeah, I said that. Kaylee, all you motherfuckers. I absolutely said that shit. But I said it to them. I never said it live. So you're a fucking liar. But I'm saying it now, and I did say it to Kate. And who I believe to be Truthy. So that was my first instinct, but they told me that there's really no laws to hold them accountable. Nah, man. I'm not buying that shit. And I said, I'll look into it. And I said, I'll get everyone to. So this is me getting all y'all to look into that. And if you already know something, let me know. And then I just don't want to fight anymore. I don't want my trauma in the spotlight. He said in his text he did it to protect me. Right? So now she's saying that there was a note or in text form saying that I did this to protect you. How does that? No, that's no. Not buying that shit either. Sorry. Like, yeah, I'm just not buying that. You know? And then I was like, and then she says it's fucking destroying me. And then I was like, it won't be. I was like, you won't be doing anything. It'll be me. I'm doing it all. You could just disappear into wherever, and it's fine. This is me bringing the entire thing closure. What I wanted to do was shut down those trolls. Shut them up once and for all. Here's your fucking proof, you vulture. Shut the fuck up and let her move on in peace. That was my entire attention, my entire intention the entire time. Sorry, tongue twister. But let me see what's going on in chat here, man. Hold on. Why can't I see that? A lot of people are saying I'm still not seeing. There we go. Okay. Truthy went to work today. Truthy didn't go to work today because Truthy doesn't have a job. At least I don't think so. So I know I'll look. I said I won't be doing anything. You won't be doing anything. It'll be me. The response was, I know. I'll continue to look into it and think on it. I'm also worried about his sister being dragged into this, so I need to talk to her too, which did happen. And someone spoke to her, and allegedly she said, I haven't heard anything about that. Apparently they were estranged and they didn't even talk anyway. So I don't know, so I just never looked at that as any type of telling really much, I mean, but I still feel like Kate would have called her. Any family that he's got left, first thing you're going to do is get a hold of them and let them know, right? Whether they were estranged or not, right? So, yeah, I find that kind of telling, you don't want to know. You don't want to know. So I was like, you got to look at it realistically. With closure, people move on. Without it and these rumors flying, it's potentially worse for you and the rest for your family and friends. I'll let you be. I'm going to be working. So if I don't respond right away, that's why. Then that was the last of it. The last of the text thread ending. Then she texted Annie and said, tell Will that I deleted the Facebook because I was talking through it through Facebook Messenger. So she said, tell Will I deleted my Facebook. And then she continued to talk to Annie. And I believe Annie was very clear about her exchange with her and I believe to be Truthy, honestly. Yeah, she would never talk about laws or anything like that. She never did anything like that. She would never talk about that stuff when she was live. It was always Truthy that was an expert on everything. Truthy was always an expert on YouTube regulations and privacy laws and blah blah blah. And then she tried to throw that shit as an excuse as to why the name wasn't listed in the coroner's office. But I mean, that's they wouldn't have said nobody was brought in under that name. What they would have said is, well, I'm not at liberty to share that information. That's what they would have said, wouldn't they? Not straight up like a definitive answer of nobody by that name has been in here. Yeah. I mean, anybody can get a death certificate. There's no record other than that website, which was changed 3 times, by the way. I never heard of that shit either. I never heard of anybody changing a very lazily written, very short obituary. I've never heard of them changing it 3 times within a couple of days. I've never heard of that. And that heading on that email is straight up from that company that said that they removed it because they believed it to be fraudulent. Yet the person claiming to be Kate told Annie that she took it down because of nasty comments. So guys, man, I'm sure there's a lot of you right now that feel a certain way about me. And I'm going to be honest with you, man. If I didn't feel this way, I wouldn't be saying it. I'm risking my entire reputation on being wrong on this. I never do that. I'm the guy that thinks people are assholes for jumping to the conclusion that Barry Morphew murdered his wife. I'm that guy, right? Yeah, no, you're right. And Toots McGee, I shouldn't make it about me. I shouldn't make it about me, but I'm going to be honest. That just comes from a place where I was scared of telling you guys this stuff. So yeah, but I absolutely did this tonight because I feel like you guys have a right to know. The thought of this happening makes me feel angry that you were all fucking twisted inside over this the way that I was. I didn't know what was happening. I didn't understand it was happening, but you could tell that there was something about it. As time kept going on, it was worse and worse and worse. So there's no way that I'm going to sit here. If I didn't genuinely feel this way, there's just no way that I'm going to sit here and basically confirm what the root of CK's actions were that I thought were completely disgusting. Do I agree with her doing it? Fuck no. Because she jumped the gun. She did that shit right off the bat. I was literally trying to find out what's going on, and I was trying to do it tactfully. Right. Toots McGee, that thought pisses me off too. You can ask a couple of people that while this was going on, I was sitting here beating myself up, fucking going, fuck. I was just going to talk to the guy. We were just going to fucking have a talk with the guy, almost like an intervention. Like we were just going to be like, dude, we're doing something and we're headed a certain way. And we just need you to make sure you're on our page, and we're worried about you because not that we thought he was suicidal. We just didn't want him to fucking make any more of a fool of himself online like he had been doing. I mean, dude, part of the reason I took down that live, man, it was fucking embarrassing, dude. I'm up here fucking trying to, get people to understand that this guy is admitting to something that he could have completely denied because there's fucking no proof of it. Right. And then, I mean, he was just too fucking drunk to even do that with any conviction. And I was just like, fuck. You know? Thanks, Comic Nut. I mean, yeah, I was on the phone with him trying to fucking figure it out. Or, yeah, I think we were texting. But I was just like, I felt, I really wanted to fucking, I really wanted to get that knowledgeable, focused Truthy. That's what I wanted. We needed that. Me, Comic Nut, me and Josh and Annie, we needed that. I saw that I was slipping a little bit, and I was like, I'm gonna get my shit together, and I'm fucking doing it. I want to just keep doing content like I did with Siren Jag the other night. I just want to stay focused on stuff like that, because this kind of shit is just perpetuating the kind of shit that CK was talking about on her channel tonight. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to talk about this shit. Seriously, I don't want to fucking talk about this shit. But at the same time, here I am, and I posted, I tweeted shit and told a community, broke some news to a community as it came to me, and yet why am I thinking about the same community, but for some reason Kate was not thinking of this community at all? And then one would argue, well, Will, she was thinking about her fucking dead boyfriend. Okay, but that's not Kate, man. That's not Kate, dude. Kate would have been like, fuck. Kate's got that kind of heart. She would have been like, fuck. I got to tell them something. I got to talk to them. Yeah, that's my point, Mackenzie Martin. All of this just feels like a fucking Truthy drunk episode. That's what it just feels like. And he just, now he's in it too much. I know he's fucking watching. And if he actually had any decency at all, he'd come up here. He'd come up here. Because he made a lot of people hurt. That was the thing. Kate kept avoiding actually talking to anyone. She kept avoiding talking to me. And then, once she saw that I was like starting to feel suspicious, like, dude, your answers are not making sense to me. Like, this doesn't sound like anything logical at all. Like, there's no fucking reason why you should not fucking address the people who have grown an actual caring for you and Truthy. There's no reason why you wouldn't do that. I don't care how bad you're hurting. Because if she was hurting that bad, there's no fucking reason she'd keep texting with me and keep texting with Annie. Consistently. That doesn't add up. If I wanted to just, I'd be like, listen, I can't fucking take this. I am out. Gone. But for some reason, couldn't stop texting with Annie. Just couldn't stop. No, man, I really appreciate you talking to me because I'm alone here and I got nobody. Nothing like that. No familiar behavior that I've ever seen from anyone that has ever suffered a loved one's death. There was none of that familiar behavior at all. Did anything that I read to you sound like that to you? So I get it. I understand the scenario that most likely happened, that he just got fucking shit-faced drunk and he was just fucking fuck. I'll just I'll show these fucking assholes, you know. And you know what? They did feel guilty because they just kept fucking accusing people of accusing them when nobody did. Like, that's their own fucking guilt because they know they dragged this dude for 9 fucking hours. They know they doxed this dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm pissed about this because I love Truthy. That's why. I'm pissed about it because of that reason. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to be honest, man, literally nobody that I directly spoke to in this window of time from the events that started to now did I get a vibe that the person that I was talking to was convinced. And I kept telling myself, maybe it's just me not wanting to accept it. Maybe it's just me just not wanting to believe it. You know? But nah, man. Dude, this is a true crime community, people. We ask too many questions. We dig. We look into things. We want closure. One thing people in the true crime community crave more than anything is closure. Closure on perfect fucking strangers, much less somebody that they considered that they cared about and loved. Nobody. Everybody was just like, I don't fucking know, man. I don't know. Smart, good-hearted people were like, I just don't know. That can't be a fucking coincidence. So moving on after this, going back to exploring how we can get law enforcement to conduct a thorough investigation into Sophie's case. That's it. That's all I'm going to focus on. Telling you right now. If Kay doxes that girl, I got the proof that she planned it. I got the proof. So you're going to hear a lot of bullshit and a lot of squawking, but no receipts from the other side. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about things that actually matter right now. I mean, there was inconsistencies with where they were. Just tell me one thing, tell Annie another. Just the shit just didn't add up, man. And all sure that all could be chalked down. That all could be chalked down to, you know, well, she's not thinking straight because she's grieving. But again, I still don't know. I still don't know for a fact. I haven't seen actual proof. Now, I think it's pretty damning evidence that that website emailed somebody and confirmed that they were the ones that took that website down. Why lie about it? Especially if the reason that they're saying is because they believed it to be fraudulent. And I believe that this community deserves to know. I believe that I owe it to my listeners who I shared and broke the news to, and had a hand in breaking their hearts by delivering this information. Well, you have a right to know my real feelings on it. You have a right to know what my opinions are. And you have a right to feel about it any way that you do. But I'm never, ever going to be dishonest with you guys about the things that I'm feeling. Never, ever going to do that. Never have, and I'm not going to start now. You know, Tracy H., I wonder that too. I mean, the gut doesn't lie, right? See, I don't like that because, and maybe it's true. Maybe that's why CK, maybe her gut was just straight up telling her, nah, that's bullshit. And that's what made her go half cocked and start fucking making videos and putting them out so quick, right? Maybe. But I think it's still shitty to just throw out this rumor based on a gut feeling without actually digging, because I had the same gut feeling. I'm going to sit here and admit to all of you that I had the same gut feeling as Critical K on this situation. But she wasn't tactful at all. I still had that. What if I'm wrong? Somebody else super quick was like, dude, it doesn't add up. They messaged me, somebody I'm close to, somebody Truthy's close to, messaged me, was like, man, it doesn't add up. Why would the first thing be that she deletes social media? That's just somebody having a gut feeling. And I told him, I was like, hey, be careful. It's a little soon, isn't it? It's a little soon to start saying things like that, because you better not be wrong. You know what I'm saying? And they were like, yeah, I get it. And don't think I'm an asshole, but fuck, it's eating me up. It just, and man, I get it. I get it. Thank you, Angela Dawn. See, I don't know about that. St. Elmo's Fire, I don't agree with that. I don't think that they're similar. I just think the Truthy, man, he got overwhelmed. And when you get overwhelmed and you're drinking heavily, man, you come to some irrational fucking places. It happens. I'm not faulting him for that. But at the same time, I kind of am, because that shit's pretty far. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like you fucking, you duped 2 or 3 of your friends. You fucking duped thousands of people. I don't want anything to do with him ever again. And here's the thing. And I owe it to you guys. I owe it to you guys. Because the way that I see it, now you can look at it however you want. I'm not trying to influence how you look at it in any way, shape, or form. But the way that I look at it is, this person decided that they didn't want anything to do with me anymore. That person decided they didn't want anything to do with me anymore with this action. I didn't decide that. I was debating it. I'm not going to lie. I was debating it like, fuck, you know? And then it was like, you know what? Let's give him a chance. Let's fucking talk to him, you know? It's not fair to just be like, fuck you. Because I can do that. Where there's people that I just don't have any interest in fucking even, you know, we're not getting anything out of this. You're not getting anything out of this, and I'm not getting anything out of this. So let's just go our separate ways. You know, I could do that with YouTubers all day long, but with him, it's a little different because we developed a friendship. I don't talk to people when I'm not live with them, just texting and cracking jokes and sending giffies. And, you know, I don't do that with a lot of people. Yeah, Siren Jag, I can't disagree with you on that. And I'm going to address one more thing, guys, before I go. So, and it was public, and it was in the thing with, it was in the, well, no. Well, okay, I'll word it like this, okay? I have a lot of mods right now that I got through Truthy. And I had a falling out with Truthy a month or two back. I don't even remember when it was. And I deleted all the mods. I took everybody's wrench away. You know, I deleted everybody's wrench away, you know, and blocked people. And then me and Truthy made up, and he was like, even before we made up, he was like, you know, he apologized for blowing up, and I apologized for, you know, putting him in an awkward position. And, you know, and I was kind of like, I don't know, man. You know, I'm not sure if I still want to fucking hang out with this guy because he fucking screamed at me on a live stream, like screamed. And I was just like, whoa, I know that guy, meaning me. And I haven't been that guy in a long time. And I'm not ready to be around that again. So, and, you know, but then, once he calmed down in the same conversation, he calmed down and he was just like, you know what? I know you took wrenches away. Don't take their wrenches. They're good mods, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you know what? And then I've developed a friendship or a decent online relationship with all of those mods again, all except for one, you know. But then one of them did something and I had to take the wrench away just a couple days ago. Did something that I just don't have. I don't have a tolerance for from any of my mods. No need to get into it. No need to mention their name. But that was the only one, and everybody else have been great. So, you know, and so for those of you, I understand if you feel like, you know, a certain loyalty to Truthy. I don't blame you. But you're welcome to continue to wrench for me, and I would appreciate it if you did, because I think you guys have been doing great, and I'm really glad that I gave you guys wrenches again, and I'm proud to have you on my team, and you've been really great. So I just want you to know I haven't changed how I feel about you guys. The one person did something that and even though I don't think it was malicious, I mean, it was definitely malicious at the time, but I don't think that the person is a malicious person. And he just kind of said something shitty and irrational in someone else's chat. The vibe was kind of happening that way. And I was like, and I want to be clear that Chrissy, I will say this name, Chrissy, is not the person that sent me the screenshot. She had nothing to do with that decision that I made. someone else caught this because it was about her and it was directed at her, and they emailed me with the screenshot, and so I made the decision, but she had nothing to do with that. I just want to be clear about that. She had absolutely nothing to do with that. So dude, there's no fucking way I'm ever getting a goddamn kazoo. Okay, it's just not gonna happen, man. I gotta tell you, man, I'm tired. It felt good to to unload this. I know Annie probably felt a lot better after her live stream, and Josh too. But I mean, there's just no way that we're all, that girl too. I mean, we've been just, goddamn, we have just been going nuts here, trying to make sense about all this. Oh, I know, bite me. I know. Yeah, and if it turns out that I'm wrong, about Truthy, if everyone deems it so, then I guess that's time for me to fucking tuck my tail in and call it, but I don't think I am, and but I feel like I have enough reason to have come to this belief. I really believe that, and I shared that with you guys, and I hope that you understand why I've come to this belief. I hope you do. I really do, because it's a sensitive fucking thing. Wow, Corey H, that's awesome, man. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I've gotten a lot of new subs recently, man, and I'm not even like really paying attention to that because I just, I know this because a lot of it had to do with that live I did with Siren Jag, man. Like that got a lot of views, and I was really proud that got a lot of views because it was really, it was really focused, worthwhile content, much different than this kind of shit, man. But I'm not gonna just sweep the shit under the rug, man, because it's gonna just eat me up. Yeah, I never said they were gonna be easy, Lucky B. I never said they were gonna be easy lives to listen to. So I think I'm going to open the chat. Not for long though. I don't want to keep this too long, past 2 hours, man. But I think I'm going to open the chat and see what you guys have to say, because I feel like I owe some straight up face-to-face convo with people regarding this live, because I think it's pretty heavy. So I want to give you guys a chance to address me directly. It's only fair. Well, comic that out. I mean, shit, man, I'd rather be playing video games right now. I don't even play video games. I'd rather be fucking playing video games right now. Oh shit. I'm fucking exhausted, man. This has been too much. All right, Toots McGee. I'm gonna let her on, man. She definitely has earned a right to speak on this panel. Hello, Toots. How are you? Can't hear you. Okay, you're muted.
Hello?
Okay, now I can hear you.
Sorry, I'm about as good as you'd expect.
Okay. How are you?
As good as you'd expect. I know
Right.
you're not doing very well either. I'm sorry about that. I've been praying for everyone for what it's worth, so I just want to have faith in my friends, but the more that comes out, the more doubt I have, and it's like a knife twist kind of. I don't know if that makes sense.
I've never been in this position in my life, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I've never ever had to deal with something like this in my life.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not being very articulate right now, sorry.
I don't blame you.
It's a lot. And I just wanted to let you know earlier I wasn't in any way mad at you or thinking you were making it about yourself, and I didn't mean to upset you with my comment earlier.
No, you didn't. You just, I mean, I second guessed myself for a second because I do that. I really try to practice self-awareness. And I was like, wait a minute, am I doing that right now?
No. I just wanted to, I don't hate you for questioning was what I was trying to say. This is a roller coaster.
It's just, Toots McGee, I gotta be honest with you, man. It's just that feeling that I felt every single other time I lost somebody just wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
The hurt was there, but the feeling that they were never going to, that I was never going to, that it wasn't there,
I understand exactly what you mean. I just felt surprised and like not much else, if that makes sense.
Right.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
And then I looked over my text messages from literally the night before because I woke up, it was 1 a.m. something my time, and I got woken up at 4 p.m. with the news, and I was like, oh my God, was Truthy talking about suicide? I thought he was just talking about shutting down his social media, so
yeah.
I've been, like you, beating myself up because I felt like he reached out to me and I wasn't there.
I mean, just fucking, just quit YouTube. Just quit. Just get off.
Yeah.
It's so easy.
It is
so easy.
And it's like I feel like a bad person because I want to have faith in my friends, but
because it just bothers me. It makes me feel like it's like I feel like the squawking got to him. It got under his skin and made him start questioning himself. I feel like that kind of happened, and then he was just kind of like, what's going to redeem me is if I'm fucking dead. People, what's going to make people forget about that part of me. This is the only way I can go to get them to start thinking about me. And I get that. Because these people weren't letting up.
They weren't, and they were never going to.
Right. And they just kept on and kept on and kept on and kept on. And the proof of that is the fact that before his body's even cold, supposedly, they're fucking digging and digging and digging. You know what I'm saying?
That made me sick. I was disgusted when I realized that.
Me too.
At the same time, it's like
I meant every word that I was texting to Kate. I meant every word. I was like,
I know.
Like, this isn't fair to his memory.
It's not.
They need to be shut down. It's not fair for you to just be like, fuck that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And just let them, because that's your boyfriend, but that's my friend.
Right.
And that's a lot of people's friend.
Yeah. And they got very close with a lot of people. And so for no answer is like,
Right. We all deserved answers.
Yeah.
We all did.
Yeah, I agree.
Let me bring that girl. I'm gonna keep you on, but I'm gonna bring that girl on. Hold on.
I hope, like, I don't even know what I want to be true because I don't know.
I mean, I do. I want to be right now.
Yeah.
I hope I get a text going, dude, you know what? I fucked up. I'm sorry. It was nice knowing you, nice talking to you, because I damn sure don't want to be his friend.
Yeah.
But the decent thing to do would be at least that,
Right.
you know? Some sort of apology, move on.
Yeah.
And I wish you the best of luck. I wish you a great life.
You're a much nicer person than me.
Stay the fuck off YouTube.
Yeah.
Stay the fuck off any social media that you think somebody's going to talk about you.
Yeah.
You know, and then eventually you'll be forgotten.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because what's going to happen? People are going to talk about it, and then they're going to be like, "What the fuck? That's bullshit." And what a piece of shit. Blah blah blah. Sure, fine. You know what I mean? Great. That's going to happen. But don't listen to it, and focus on how you're gonna spend your energy next.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? On what's your next venture? This is a man of many parts. This is a man who's been a banker. This is a man who's managed restaurants. This is a man.
Talents,
this is a man who's a singer-songwriter. This is a man who writes and he makes videos. He could do another YouTube channel making videos anonymously or under a different name. Just you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can totally do that. But this come on. I'm gonna bring that girl on now.
Yeah.
What's up,
Toots.
that girl?
Hi, lovely.
Hey guys, I love you, Toots.
I love you too.
I came just to say that. No, I'm kidding. That was.
That's actually not true because you guys both showed up backstage at the same time, like that.
Did we?
Yes, we did.
That girl's been waiting for a minute.
I saw that link and jumped on it, boy. I'll tell you.
Same.
I want to thank everybody first off for all the love. Like seriously, y'all made me cry more than once, and it does mean a lot when you have people come at you. And Will, thank you for being a man and standing up and like being honest, even though it sucks and you don't have to, and it to some people may make you look bad. I think standing up for what is right is more important than looking right. And so I appreciate that, brother. I think that this last few days has been really hard, and you're a real man, and I appreciate you for that, brother. I really do.
I appreciate you feeling that way and saying that girl, especially with all the shit you've been dealing with and what you've been putting towards everything. All the work you've been doing to try to figure this out and get to the bottom of all this. I mean, because that's the thing is this is something none of us wanted to be doing. None of us. I mean, we love Truthy. None of us wanted to be fucking digging and doing this.
No, I disagreed with him on some things, and he hated me for it. But I still had respect for him and would still take up for him when it was correct. But as you know, if you're my friend, I'm gonna say if something is wrong, and I feel like if you are somebody's friend, it is your job to be like, hey, yo, you're making an asshole out of yourself. Stop. One of my best friends. Dude,
I'm going to be honest with you. I had reservations about doing that because how many times have I gone on my channel and made an ass of myself? Drank too much. I've done it a handful of times. And it's so I had reservations because I didn't want to feel hypocritical and look hypocritical, and but with him, it was like a consistent thing for a while already, and I was just like ready to be like, I think I'm done. But other people, this is what I love about having friends in this community is I was smart enough to go to them and be like, this is how I'm feeling, and I got enough humility to go to them and go, man, this is how I'm feeling. I went to Comic Nut and I was like, man, and I don't want to stick you in the middle of nothing. And really, he can vouch for it. What I told him was, listen, there's stuff, just I don't want to ruin your perspective of Truthy. Just keep your eyes open and you tell me what you think.
And that's what friends do.
Just keep them close to you and tell me what you think, because I don't want to feel like I'm attacking him. And then it got to a point so he can vouch for it. I never trash talked the guy. I just was like, I'm having trouble feeling like I want to keep this going. You know, and then he I'm glad I did, because between him and I, we were like, you know what, the best thing to fucking do is just let's talk to him. Let's talk to him, you know, have a kind of a virtual sit down with him and be like, don't forget what we want to try to collectively do here with our YouTube channels.
Yeah.
You know, let's not keep our eye off of that. And if you gotta sober up some, then cool. But if you can't, you know, then just at least keep an eye on what you're doing better. You know what I mean? Control your booze a little better. That's what I wanted to tell him, because I'm nobody to tell somebody, hey, fucking quit drinking. You know, none of my fucking business.
Yeah.
It's nobody's place to tell anybody that you quit drinking. You know what I'm
Perish
saying?
the thought you tell someone to give up the oak leaf.
I don't know. I tell my best friend to quit drinking all the time. He'll be like, "What do you think about this, pumpkin?" And I'll be like, "I think you need to go to fucking AA," you know, and we laugh. But I really wish he would go. And as a matter of fact, my best friend is in the chat tonight, which is crazy. I've been trying to pull him into our world forever.
This behavior, telling everyone publicly or announcing a very public saying that you committed suicide very, very publicly in a very, very public platform.
Yeah.
That requires that at that point becomes a problem. I'm always the guy that says, you know, drink, smoke, have a good time, do whatever the fuck it is that gets you off. Do it, but it's not a problem, because it's not a problem until it becomes a problem. When somebody announces their suicide, tells the whole world to fuck off, well, it's become a problem.
Can I add something right there, please?
Sure.
I think the suicide was an extra low blow for a lot of people, because many of us have had almost like bonding points with him over that, due to the fact that his father had done it, and so many of us have experienced loss on that level. Yeah. I think it is an extra hard, if not cheap blow due to that, honestly.
Yeah, no, I mean, dude, Penguin Dew, you've been with me since the beginning, since the first fucking day, since the first live. What was my first live on?
Oh goodness, the part of it I remembered the very most is you being nervous about talking on your first live. And wasn't Kay with us for that one?
No, she never showed up for it.
Oh, okay. It was right after that, though. I know y'all did one.
I was hurt by that. I did them on her panel, but she never showed up to mine. But you know,
well, you know, maybe it was for the better.
I'm a bad friend, you know.
I just want to address what she said about me when you're ready for me to do so.
My first live was on Noah Pothoven, who is I believe Danish.
Oh, I knew that. Yes.
And she had committed suicide and had and almost was. It was questioned whether she was assisted by her mother and doctor.
Yes, I remember this completely.
She wasn't there. She was enabled, but she wasn't assisted. But she was definitely enabled by it. And I wrote a whole monologue on it, and I was just scared as shit. But that's
what I remember the most is your nerves.
I wanted to set the tone that this channel was a safe place for people who felt this way, as best as I possibly could.
You've done a good job at it.
But this, you know, and that was the thing, is I made Truthy aware of this. So to me, it's a slap in the face. You know what I'm saying? It's a slap in the face if he kills himself, and it's a slap in the face worse if he fucking fakes it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's really shitty to take everybody's, because you're sitting back and you're watching everybody fucking cry over you. You're watching everybody fucking blow up hearts over you. It's the most narcissistic, shittiest fucking thing in the world. Yeah. You know?
To put it lightly.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna unmute Mr. Nut here, because I know he's in here, but I think he's cooking and stuff.
He looking like he's digging in the kitchen.
I was digging in the kitchen, but I felt like one of my dogs peed on the floor, but they didn't. It's just that my wife has the AC at like below 40, and the tile's cold. Anyway, I just wanted to say that we all, every single one of us have had somebody whether it be family members or friends that have committed, this.
Yeah.
I call it a heinous act because it's a coward's way out.
I agree.
I just went through it. About a month and a half ago.
I'm so sorry.
Well, it was indirectly, but it was a direct effect because my son, one of his friends who used to come over here, committed suicide. He was 13 years old.
Jesus.
So, yeah. So for
So young.
somebody in the comment section earlier was like, man, shit, he could have played it as if it was COVID and waited a couple days or a week and said he passed from COVID. Anything but this. And the more honest thing to do would have been hit delete on all of his fucking accounts. My wife, I've been telling her, I'm like, yo, I met these really great guys, man. They're fucking awesome, dude. I'm actually tempted to fucking bring them out here and spend some time, blah, blah, blah. Show them what we do. And I feel like really like my back has been stabbed multiple fucking times with this shit. You know what I mean? And this is not making it about me because I know every single one of you feel the same way.
Right.
Yeah.
You could have just hit fucking delete. And here,
it's so easy. It's so fucking easy, dude.
And I know you fucking, the minute you heard about it, you called me up like, yo, have you heard? What the fuck? And I was right with you because I think we're both want to believe the best of people. And we were both like, oh yeah, that's fucked up and trying to give that whole situation the benefit of the doubt. But I do know that we both did have an inkling of doubt.
Yeah.
With the situation from the very beginning. And I know I can vouch for that because the conversation was me and you. We were talking about it. And and this morning when I got up, I got a DM from somebody. I'm not going to say who, but they were like, there's so-and-so who is a friend of theirs that wants to give you information so that way you can put it out concerning the suicide of Truthy. Now, I'm just wondering if that person that was contacting the person that contacted me was just bullshit. You know what I mean? Like they were trying to fucking yoke me in there and try to get me into that situation as well. Did I lose you guys with that whole situation? You following me?
Man.
So yeah, I think that's like you said, Will, if it's not true, I think at minimum he deserves, well, not him, we deserve to be
an
told.
Apology. Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
and even if he doesn't want to face everybody, he can contact you. He can contact me. He can contact the other YouTuber. I don't remember his name, that bigger guy, and say, hey, look, here's a typed apology. I don't have the balls to tell everybody. Do me the favor and you guys do it. I'd be more than happy to do it for him.
Let me read this real quick. So this is when Annie sent the recording of that I sent Annie. I sent Annie the recording of this person calling the coroner, right? So her response, Kate's supposed response is, I couldn't hear the last part, but I get the gist. Do none of these people realize that if the family seals the records, it's a violation of HIPAA for a coroner to say anything anyways? Kate doesn't talk like that.
The family can't just seal the records. A lawyer has to do it.
Right.
It's a Public Information Act.
Not only is it just plain false, as that girl who actually worked in a morgue can tell you. So not only is that information false, but it's not the way Kate talks. That's how Truthy talks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Kate never talked like that. Kate didn't know anything like that. She's a 28-year-old sweet girl who does makeup online and she's just sweet and kind and
her favorite color is rose gold.
Right, bubbly. She doesn't look into shit like this. That's not in her personality. That's why she loved Truthy, because he was the guy to do that. You know what I'm saying? So
The more
Yeah,
I
yeah, of
hear, the
course.
more it saddens me.
right. So and then, as she explains, she's like, listen, man, she explains, Annie explains to her, one of the women said her dad is a sheriff in California, and she asked him about the privacy laws, and that regardless if things are sealed or requested to be private, there is a law that all info can be released. California Public Records Act.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you.
Right.
Yeah, the only thing from what's because I have a friend of mine who's a RN over there and just deals with that type of with this type of situation. She said, yeah, they'll definitely release that there was a death. They just won't release the details
Right.
of the death.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
So,
But you will know the deceased is in their custody.
right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah, yeah, yeah.
anybody deserves closure. Anybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody deserves closure. Any loved one, everybody. There's no.
And she told me this today, like 20 minutes before you went live. She's like, well, she is my wife's best friend, and she called, and I was like, hey, I got a question for you, and I asked her, and she's like, yeah, no, they'll release the information, they just won't tell you how he died.
Right.
So I was like, what the hell?
So
I just read the comment.
The final response after that, once Annie's like, listen, dude, like this, she's basically saying this shit doesn't make sense in her own way. If you read between the lines, Annie's basically saying what you're saying doesn't make any fucking sense. And we're all getting fucking sick of it. You know what I mean? So
Too many coincidences.
Right. So then the
Too many
response
holes,
is,
yeah.
the response is, honestly, I know I keep saying it, but I have to be out. I need that, I got to be out. Peace. That's, come on. And then I need some space and peace for a bit. I appreciate you so much. Please, if you can, ask Will and Josh to let it die down. I can't take this drama. It was hard enough with Michael to help, but now I want no part. This is running away. This is evasive. This is no. When all you got to do is just type one little thing to thousands of people and say, I'm sorry. This is really sad. And I'm devastated right now. This is what happened. This is what I know. It'll take you maybe 15 minutes to write.
I think she would sick y'all on them so much. I think the text would be consistent of, they did this to him. Get them for me now.
I think so too.
I think she'd be a bulldog about it. Absolutely.
She'd be in all of our DMs.
Yeah.
5,000%.
I think she'd be a bulldog about it. So I'm just not fucking buying it, man. And I know that's fucking Truthy, dude. I know that's fucking Truthy texting Annie right there with the fucking HIPAA Act. Get the fuck out of my face with that. Especially since it's fucking wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's come on, man.
I thought you were being a little bit too permissive with your he got drunk and did this theory, but something just hit me like a ton of bricks. Because really, if you think about it, all this could have been avoided with a tiny, tiny bit of research. And I was able to find everything I needed in less than half an hour.
That's why I think that this wasn't very thought through. And Truthy, not being a true crime channel and not following true crime, completely and totally underestimated the true crime community. Did he not? Because this is what we do.
I sent you a screenshot of a list of things that require autopsy in California. All they had to do was look at that list and say, suicides don't require autopsy without family request in California. So he did not have to go to the medical examiner.
That's what my wife's best friend said too. She said, unless there is
suspicious circumstances. Yes,
exactly.
So with it being, he was already dead. And she found him there. There was no intruders. There was no fights. There was nothing. No domestic violence calls right before that. There would be no reason that he would have to go to the ME unless the family requested it. And we all know all he did was talk about how much money they have. So that $3,000 to $5,000 for a private autopsy would be nothing to them. So I think that
that they would request a private autopsy because the city wouldn't do it because of the circumstances.
Well, guess what? That period. So it would have taken 30 minutes to do enough research to pull this off. So maybe you're right, Will. Maybe you're right. I still don't think it's an excuse. I still think it's bullshit, but you might be right about that.
What's the Johnny Depp community is asking questions too, Cherry K? That's interesting. Hold on, I'm gonna bring Goose on because she's been waiting forever. What's up, Goose?
Hey, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you okay.
Okay. Sorry, I clicked off earlier because I could hear a really, really bad echo.
And I've been waiting you wait. I've been making you wait forever, and I'm sorry about that. I just want to give everybody. I want to give everybody their chance to share their thoughts, on this. So
no worries, no worries. My point was just like with whatever happened, and obviously like the road is leading towards it not being true. But I just think it's disgusting how other YouTubers are like what they're doing, like right after, and you know who I'm talking about, but just because in the beginning, like we didn't know if this was true or if it wasn't true, and so to immediately like go down such a nasty road and even dox somebody when what if it came out that it's not now because we're pretty sure it's not true, but like what if at the point when this other person went and did that and they did the recordings that had his address, the fact that Stephen talked about his phone number and like all that sort of stuff, and she's never once ever said that she's against doxing. People have even like asked her like, okay,
no, she said it tonight. She said it tonight after I've been saying it for months that she never said it, but she said it tonight finally.
Oh, I just watched little bits and pieces of her video. Like I was going back and forth because I noticed that half Asian girl that was on. Remember the girl the other night who got into it with Truthy?
Yeah.
She went on the panel.
I saw that.
So you saw that one part where she was like,
emailed me too. She emailed me and I haven't even read it yet. And this is before she went on panel with Kay. So this is while Annie was live. She emailed me and I was at work and that's why I didn't open it and read it. But I'm curious now what it says.
Yeah.
So
she was literally like, I don't even know why. I don't remember the words verbatim, but basically she said that you, let's see, you, Josh, Annie, and Truthy were all the scum of the earth. And I was just like, I was so livid, but it was like towards the end, so I couldn't comment, but I did comment on the page, in the comments later about how.
So what did she say? What did she say again?
In the panel, she was brought up, and like, remember when she came on the other night and she was acting like she was kind of more even keel, like, oh, I don't have any issues with you, Will, and just kind of like trying to be two-faced and stuff like that. It was the complete opposite when she was on Kay's count. Like, I don't know if you can bring it up. Like, if there's a way to bring it up. Like,
what I want you to do, because I'm not doing that shit no more. But there is you trash now, man. I'm loving that channel. Like, sub to that. Anybody, dude.
Oh, I already did. I did before you said anything about it.
And I know a lot of K people are in here, dude. I want you all listen. If you people, just in case you didn't know, there has been presented an opportunity. I don't know who this guy is, or even if it is a guy, I don't know. But they created this channel where they stream shitty bottom feeder lives so that you don't have to give hate views to that creator.
I'm in love.
I know, isn't it the most beautiful thing you've ever heard?
It really is.
Dude, I felt like I fucking destroyed a Big Mac with 0 calories or carbs. That's what it felt like. It was beautiful.
There's another channel that does that as well. They do like KJ and they do a bunch of other shit like that. There's another channel that does the exact same thing.
What are they called?
The one that you were talking about.
Can I say it? It's your thing. So.
All right. So since half Asian, she was just on that panel, but just before that, hours before that, she sent this email. Says, I just wanted to say that I'm sorry this has happened to you. If this indeed a hoax, as is believed, I can only imagine. Now, I never even hinted that there was a hoax. I never even hinted it. I said that there was a question of it out there, but I never even hinted that I felt that way.
Well, she was on the video. She was watching the video of Annie and Will's earlier.
Okay,
I mean,
yeah,
Annie,
okay. Oh, okay, yeah. I forgot about that. So yeah, that's when she sent this was when they were live. Okay, so that makes sense now. Never mind. That makes sense. I take that back. So she continues to say, I would like for you and I to move forward and leave any hard feelings behind us.
what time did she send that to you?
Does it have a time? If it
Look
does,
up at the top by your email addresses.
Because I'm curious if she sent that to you like after the Josh and Annie video.
it was either during or right after.
I think it was kind of during because I remember her typing in chat, Will, I sent you an email.
7:24 p.m. Eastern time.
So then she went, it looks like she sent you that, and then she hopped on Kay's panel, and that's when she called you guys all the scum of the earth. She said that.
Because why? Because I didn't answer her email. Could that be why?
No,
I didn't even read it yet. But here we go. Hold on.
She's talking about like Michael Long and how you guys support him and this, that, and the other. And
Okay.
then crazy.
Like that's any secret.
You were
So,
just in the live feed like
so
2 days ago.
let me finish the email. So she says, I would like for you and I to move forward and leave any hard feelings behind us. There is just so much negativity and ugliness going on out there. I don't want to be another one who is partaking in any of that. We don't have to be friends, but I would like for us to at least come to a mutual respect and be able to have civil conversation with one another. My best wishes, and once again, I am so sorry this has happened. No one deserves this kind of betrayal from someone who is supposed to be your friend. Half Asian.
Yeah, so I just respond and say thanks, scum of the earth.
Very, very, very eloquently written right before you fucking tell a bunch of lies about me on some fucking idiot's panel. Good job.
Wow.
Even tried to say, talking to, when she was talking with Truthy.
What a moron.
She tried to say she could hear Truthy's wife in the background, and that like Truthy's wife was trying to say something, and that evidently Truthy was telling her what to say or whatever, and I was listening to that.
Oh,
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, I definitely believe. I definitely believe that Truthy was texting through Kate's social media and phone.
I think he would have to. She gets those seizures. She would be too stressed out. He would have to do it for her.
Right. That's the kind of thing that would make her freak out.
For sure. All of this would. If she's anything like she has portrayed us or portrayed herself to us every day, this would be enough to put her in the hospital.
Yeah.
Who knows? She could be in, if her health is like that, she could be in the hospital by herself, playing it off like.
But the thing is, though, there's no way that the person, as soft and sweet as she always was, I don't see this person being like, fuck all these people. All of these people, man. Right.
It's a lot of stress, man.
I gotta let them know something. That's going to be on my mind. That's anybody with empathy is going to be like, yeah, this is a lot for me, but this has got to be a lot for everyone else too. So let me just make a statement and then I'll move on with whatever arrangements I need to make. Right. But that didn't happen. There wasn't even there was just dodging of arrangements. Not, you know what I did today? I did this today. I did that today, Annie. I did this today. And it's fucking, it's so surreal. This is all normal conversation when you're trying to console somebody who's just dealt with a death.
Yeah.
You're trying to look for support too.
Right.
Exactly. It's not like
none of this was happening. They're very, very bad at faking a death. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Very, very bad at it. I'm gonna bring Ash on now. Goose, I'm gonna let you off. I appreciate you sharing.
You guys have a good night.
You too.
Good night.
Night, Goose.
Okay, Ash. Hello, Ash. Can you hear me, Ash?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay, how are you?
I'm doing all right. I just gotta say that I do hope that it is a hoax because I don't want to see the guy hurt. So. You know, I don't want to, as shitty as it would be. Nobody wants to see well, not me anyway. I don't want to see him hurt, and it's just, I just hope for his sake and his family's sake that it is a hoax. Nobody wants that.
There's just literally nothing that adds up to someone that has just died or much less committed suicide. There's literally nothing that even remotely confirms it.
I agree. I agree completely with that. And I think that there's so many other ways to get off the grid. And sadly, I think we can all agree, because I am completely opposite of his views, and sometimes I'm opposite of yours, and I just think that in a high custody conflict case like this one, people are going to take sides. I think we can all agree on that. And people are going to dig dirt on the other because they feel so strongly about the position that they've taken. You see it in politics. Custody cases are kind of similar in that sense that you got to pick a side, and it's literally a war. And sadly, I think, he wanted out of the spotlight, and
all he had to do was hit the leads.
Ash, your voice is so familiar. Didn't I listen to you on CK's bashing panel earlier?
I wouldn't call it a bashing panel on
I
my
would
end.
because she sat there and lied about me and everybody else. So I'm just,
well,
your
I don't
voice
know
is
that
so
situation.
familiar.
I don't know
sure
that
you
situation.
do. You were sitting on the live with her. You were
Jada,
right there. Don't
which
tell me you don't know it.
Again, I research cases and I love doing that part. And occasionally I go on lives, and I have gone on a few, but I don't know all the YouTubers like that. Yeah, occasionally.
You've been on Kay's live a ton of times.
With Chris Watts case, I went on a couple times about that one.
Yo, you're lying though. You've been on Kay's live a ton of times, dude, and you sit right there while she spews hate.
Not as much as most.
Enough that it's not right. I'm sorry, but I've been straight up attacked tonight by somebody that sat there on panel with you and lied and smeared my character. And in order for me to clear my name,
and is planning a dox on her.
Which one?
Oh yeah, she's trying to put me and my kids in danger. What do you mean, which one? You were sitting on her live while she sat there and said, "That girl's calling me and harassing me, and she's making me feel unsafe," and blah 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 blah. And in order to clear my, I'm sorry, Will. I told you I wouldn't go off.
These headphones are loud, man. Please.
I'm sorry. But dude, like, in order to clear my name on what she said, I would have to throw somebody else under the bus that I find to be a kind old lady. And I will not throw somebody else under the bus to clear my name. And this woman sits on Kay's lives all the time, blah, 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 while Kay trashes you and everybody else under the sun. And then she wants to come over here with a little bit of a different name and that same nails on a chalkboard voice and act like everything is cool. And I can't handle it.
All right. I trust you. See ya. See ya. That's all.
There's no occasionally to that, Will. She's so far up that the sun doesn't shine. Don't
I never caught that. I'm just saying that, but that's all.
Her voice is like nails on a chalkboard to me. I could recognize it no matter what she made her name or profile picture.
Okay. I trust you. That's why I booted her. She's banned from the studio.
Oh, I didn't even notice you booted her. I'm sorry, Will.
I'm not trying to fucking. I'm not trying to ding, 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 get her. I mean, that's all I need to know. Fuck out of here.
And I would have to literally throw somebody else under the bus to clear my name for part of what she accused me of tonight, and I can't do that. Where I come from, you don't do that. You don't stick knives in people's back. You stick them in their fronts.
That's exactly what I'm talking about right there. Yeah, that's real.
And I just want the world to know she can dox me all she wants. I may just plan my own dox show and let everybody know my dirt. There's not that much of it. There's not that much of it at all.
That's the thing is we all got a little dirt, man.
I'm not ashamed of my life. I'm not ashamed of who I am.
I could take anybody who's doxing anybody and I could fucking dox them and find something. Guaranteed. Mm-hmm. Hey, I don't have any interest in it. I don't have any interest. I don't want to know.
I sent you a screenshot in your DM.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah, so you can see.
Man, I'm sorry, you guys. I wasn't trying to be rude, but I am so sick of two-faced people.
I got you.
You do you.
Yeah, you're good. So what am I? Oh,
It's a picture.
look at that. Hold on. See, that's why I love the people that I hook up with, man, because
that quick I found that shit.
they bring the receipts. So my man didn't even know who the fuck you were talking about. My man just fucking dropped a fucking screenshot of Kay's panel from a past live, and there she is. Well, you can't. You see the penguin? See it? See it? See it? Yeah. See the same icon? Yeah.
Dude, she's always up there, and she always talks just like that. And she has her favorite thing is, it's gonna rain on Will like the Holy Ghost. Girl, keep the Holy Ghost out your crooked mouth. Spirit ain't got nothing to do with this.
Oh God, man, these people are hilarious to me. Like, how delusional are they? Like, I honestly think that they don't even remember. I feel like all of them are Guy Pearce and Memento. You know, every one of them are Guy Pearce and Memento. They don't remember 5 minutes beforehand. You know, they just get up there and spew out. They don't give a shit about keeping up with their own lies. They just lie. You know, and you could catch them on fucking 10 lies in a matter of minutes. You know, and you're like, what the fuck? Especially that Kaylee idiot. She's so fucking dumb. Like, she's so dumb. And she's so fucking crazy. And she's nasty and gross the way she fucking, the things that she says. It's horrible. I listen to her and I'm like, oh my God. Like, it's hard for me to even believe that somebody is that bad. And I
don't have that woman's phone number.
Mackenzie Martin.
I've actually had her admit that she lied twice. 2 separate occasions where I got her to admit that she lied. And she still gets up there and does it. Instead of going, you know what? I look like a fucking asshole right now. I better shut up. No humility at all.
You know, lack of self-awareness is
right. Yeah, at least be self-aware. You know, at least be self-aware.
I'm on here. You know, if to go back to what you were saying about doxing, man, and not throwing the first stone, if I were to get doxed and people were to find my past, they'd genuinely be scared.
Right.
It may be the same case for me, Mr. Nut. They don't know me. They don't know where I'm from.
Yeah.
Will knows.
That's the thing, man, is what you don't realize is if you go and you actually, if you're a good enough doxer, I guess, I would assume, you're going to dig up something at some point that you're not going to want to know. That plausible deniability is going to be your friend, but at that point, it's no longer your friend. You're fucked. Like, I don't think you want to know. I don't want to know.
I'm going to have to pay you a visit.
I don't want to know, dude. I don't want to know. Like, I don't understand people, dude. Like, I don't understand that. Like, the whole doxing thing, it makes no sense to me.
You know, there's a whole doxing community, right, that dedicates all their power and time to doing that. Did you guys know that?
I mean, that's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That community targeted KJ, and they put on everything. I mean, mortgage, you name it, they put it out.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
well, I don't own a house. We pay so many medical bills that I live in a little shit apartment. But guess what's right outside my front door? If it wasn't so damn cold, I'd show y'all. I can literally open my front door and boom, there's the police station. Guess what's in the closet next to me? A gun. Guess what's by my bed? A gun. Guess what I've been taught how to shoot since I was a little bitty girl? A gun. So come on.
Why are you trying to dox people who live in Texas? Stop that. Y'all are crazy. Stop doing that. You do to yourselves, man. Don't do that. You're gonna get somebody hurt.
So
we have castle laws here, baby. Come on, I'll invite you in. Because once you're through that threshold, it's on.
We have a law here that if you can shoot someone and if the cops get here while the body's still warm, you go to jail. If it's cold, then you're good to go.
Not here, Mr. Nut. They just got to step through your threshold.
No, I'm just kidding. That's not a law either, though. Where I'm at.
He's in Honduras, so I was like, okay, that's weird, but fair enough. I'll have to look that up later.
No, I'm just kidding. But on a serious note, if Truthy or Kate are watching, and this is all BS, do us a huge favor. Reach out to any which one of us, doesn't matter who,
Anybody.
and let us know, because we're all worried. Number one, we're all speculating, so no one really knows 100% for sure what's really going on. It's all mere speculation, and we're all some smart motherfuckers, so we can put one and one together, but we really don't want one and one to. We don't want 1 and 1 or 2 and 2. So we're kind of stuck between a hard place. So just take the lashing for what it is, if it's not true. And if it is true, you don't need to. We would appreciate you if you would just make a statement backing what you said, just to shut everybody up. But one way or another, please, I implore you to speak out either way.
Yeah, I mean,
Please.
this community deserves that. Like we have a right to it.
Dude,
you know, we have
I
a
showed
right
you my
to
fun room, bro. I've never showed anybody my fun room. No, dude, Will, I've never showed anybody my fun room. I showed you too. That's it.
We don't have a right to it, but the morally right thing to do would be to come to the people that you claimed so many times over the last few months to love and give them the respect and decency of knowing if they should cry because they've suffered a huge loss, or if they should cry because you're a son of a bitch. Because either way, people are going to cry. And people are already upset. And I know a few little old ladies that have stayed up the last 3 days praying to God in tears, puddles of tears over this. Give those women some rest. I mean, come on. He knows what his demographic was. He knows 90% of us women be hanging on y'all's words, laughing at y'all's silliness. It's just the people that you drug into your life when you chose to be a creator. And you guys need to listen to this, because y'all are creators.
Right. You have a responsibility to your audience.
You bring us into your world. You bring us into your world. And whether you know us or not, we know you, motherfuckers. We watch y'all. Yeah. We love y'all. We care about y'all. We want to see y'all succeed. And when this happens to somebody you have spent 45 hours in 1 week watching, it's devastating.
Yeah. Yeah, I would never. I don't. If this.
Oh, he froze.
Yeah, he keeps glitching about a bit.
Peter Hine, which silver fox you talking about? Me or Colin Nut, man?
That's me, bro.
No, man. No.
Hey, because my community's called a silver fox fan.
He doesn't love a silver fox.
I don't know.
Yeah, you know that? My community is called the Silver Fox fan, so we do #SFF.
Oh. She's got to be talking about you, though, homie. I think you're right. I think you're right.
She's a long time sub.
Right on.
So yeah, my community called the Silver Fox fan, and we got shirts and shit like that, and all that.
That's
fun
cute.
stuff.
That's cute.
Yeah. It was a mod of mine when my first live. She goes, "Oh, we got to do a community called the Silver Fox fan." I was like, "I'm down. I love the name. Dope. Let's ride with it."
That's dope, man. I mean, all right, guys. I didn't want to go too much further past 2 hours, but it is now 2 hours and 30 minutes, and I got to work tomorrow. And And I don't know about you guys, but I am fucking tired.
You have to work New Year's Eve? That sucks.
Yeah, but I get off at 8, so it's
drained. Drained is the word. Drained is the word.
And I'm not even doing anything tomorrow, man. Like, I'm old, man.
You work at a gym too, right? You're about to be very busy for the next month.
Yeah.
With COVID, maybe you should go live, because I bet a lot of people won't be doing anything tomorrow, Will. So you'd have some ladies that would come fill your New Year's Eve time, I bet.
Honestly, man, if the mood strikes me to go live, maybe. But right now, if you're asking me if I'm going live tomorrow, I'm like, no.
Okay, well, just to test the waters, type a 1 in chat if you want to see Will in a muscle shirt tomorrow going live. I love you.
That's not gonna bear any effect on my decision at all.
I'm gonna type a 1 as well
right now.
No homo.
Look at all them ones popping up. Yeah, baby.
I am so fucking sick of YouTube today that I can't even. Yeah, I can't even. So
I'm sorry, brother. Thanks
But-
for letting me have a chance to clear my name. I'm going to go back to chat.
Thank you for
Good.
letting
No,
me
and
know.
Really
thank you
quick,
for-
let me
what's
say
up?
something, guys. Do me a favor, and to everybody who is watching right now, all 489 of you, my man be working really hard on his channel. I mean, he brings you some top-notch content. So do me a favor and drop him a couple bucks on PayPal.
Oh
Because,
man,
this is one dude that deserves this shit for real. Even if it's $1, man, $2, just hook him up.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, man. But yes, of course, all PayPals are appreciated, most definitely. But God forgive. If I was doing
I
this
know
for
I put
money,
you in the spot right there, man.
if I was doing this for money, I wouldn't be fucking doing it, man. Jesus.
Nah, but at least what that'll do is be able to hook you up with a couple beers for tomorrow and have a better time. That's
yeah,
what
man, yeah. You know what? You're not lying. You're not lying. I wouldn't. Yeah, it's New Year's. I wouldn't mind Oak Leaf in a little bit tomorrow. That'd be nice. You know what I'm
You
saying?
need to do get a Cash App as well, because I can send Cash App.
Oh, okay.
And I'll hook you up.
All right, guys.
I always got all my brothers, man. So anyway.
Mr. Nutt, I love you, brother. Thank you for everything, and thank you for all your, your just support as far as just being there and talking, man. Like, I definitely feel like I made a friend here because we just been talking, and I knew, like, I felt like I related to you immediately. I think we come from a very similar background as far as childhood and adolescence, being a certain type of person.
Yeah, no doubt.
So, Susan, thank you for that PayPal. I just got that come through. Thank you so much, Susan. Guys, I love you very much. Mr. Nutt, you are the man.
All right, man. You too, man.
And we will do this again very soon, my friends.
All right. Peace, brother.